Hello everyone, welcome back to Custom Spotlight. Today we're not actually at the station. I mean, technically we are, it's right over there. But I figured we'll do it over here by the coal hopper today because today I came to a realization today. Throughout the history of Custom Spotlight, I've talked about a lot of characters, but almost every single one of them is an engine of some sort. I have a bunch of road vehicles that I have never talked about. So today we're just going to do a free-for-all. We're just going to do all of my road vehicle customs that I've made over the years. Just to acknowledge it for the people who aren't sure. This is either, I don't know when exactly I'm going to schedule this to upload yet, but this is either the first custom spotlight that you're going to see in this new house, or it's the second one. I don't know, but we'll figure that out when it comes. So let's start with a couple minor customs first. Here's my Terrence the Tractor. This is the CGI one that came in the Thomas set, that came in the Trackmaster 2 Thomas and Terrence set. I painted his chair black and his coupling as well. I painted some black on his treads, and I gave him the little hair widow's peak thing that the model series Terrence has. For some reason, they got rid of it on the CGI model, so I added it. I might end up someday just getting an Erdl Terrence or something like that. But for right now, I like the proportions of this Terrence a lot. I like the proportions of it, but I might switch the face someday. I'm not sure. Let's just put him over here for now. Next up, here's my custom of Trevor the Traction Engine. This was the take-along Trevor. Got this in a yard sale a while back. I like the proportions on it, but I didn't like how the wheels were just plain gray, so I painted the insides of them red. Touched up his lining, touched up the gold on the dome, on the funnel, and boom, Trevor. This next one technically isn't a road vehicle, but it is a car. Winston. This is the All Engines Go Winston. I liked the proportions on this one a lot. I don't know if I have him on hand, but I do have the Trackmaster Winston that came in the Henry set. I don't remember where I put him. I think he's in my shelf with my other engines. Unless he's behind me. Which it doesn't seem he is. Nope. Okay, so he is not in this room. But I like the proportions of this Winston a little bit better. But I didn't like the Sir Topham figure. So what I did was I took out this, I unscrewed the whole thing. And Sir Topham is actually what's holding the whole thing together. It's just an interference fit. So when I took him out, he basically fell to pieces. So I put some blue tack on the bottom to hold everything together. And I made it so you could remove Topham. The current figure inside the Winston is a classic Tomy Sir Topham. He'll probably just be the Winston Topham because I can pose his head and hands. Like you can see that his head turns and I can move his hands. So he'll probably just remain as the Winston Topham. I do have this capsule player rail Topham that will be used in the series for standing shots because I can't. This one didn't stand very well. So, yay! Winston and Topham. Alright, now moving back to the road. There we go. Next, I just wanted to show this off because it's something cool I've been working on. It's the SpongeBob Paddy Wagon. This is actually a cake topper that my parents got me one time. I've just held on to it. I thought it would be cool to remove the SpongeBob figure from inside so that, to pull up Dr. Eggman, you can have a Lego figure sit in it now. Yeah. Now if I ever get Lego SpongeBob sets, I can finally have something for SpongeBob to drive. Next up is my custom Algae. Technically Algae doesn't look like this, but I made him out of a spare Take-Along birdie that I had. Take and Play, sorry, Take-Along. Take-Along has a magnet on the back, but Take and Play birdie does not. He was just a spare one that I had laying around, so I painted him up to look like Algae. For those who don't know who Algae is, he's basically a magazine character who is supposed to be like I think Birdie's brother. I haven't actually read the magazines, but I got a new Birdie, so I decided to paint this thing up as Algae. He has a little red speed stripe, which I don't think is accurate, but I don't care. And I just gave him a little mischievous face. Technically, this area is supposed to look the same as this side. Maybe someday I'll fill this side with clay and actually make him a proper Algae, but for right now, I don't care. You probably remember this model from various cameos in the Maid, in Thomas the Toy Engine, and a brief blink and you'll miss it appearance in Graveyard Shift, my Halloween special. And my final custom is a bit of a homage to YouTube user Hero the Japanese Train. Link in the description. First, I just want to show you my new Birdie. This is my new. I bought a wooden railway Birdie to use in my series, and to tow him away is the reference to Hero the Japanese Train I mentioned. Crane Truck J. Okay, so a bit of a lesson about this character. Recently it was filed that there is a trademark, that Mattel filed a trademark for a character called Crane Truck J. We don't know anything about this character. All we know is that it's going to be in Thomas and Friends 2026, whatever that is going to be. As of the time of recording this, there isn't actually any info about it. So I've heard some people say it's the CGI series. There's been a lot of CGI related rumors lately. We'll see what happens. But anyway, Hero the Japanese Train made a custom of Crane Truck J, basically allowing you to giving the fandom ideas for what this character could be. And what he used was one of these Walmart crane trucks by, I think it's a Volvo crane truck or something like that. I don't really know, but he found one that was in store, available, and bought it and painted it up. I found mine on eBay. It was already orange for like not $5. This was really easy to find. I just decided it would be beneficial to just buy one. Um, if you hear noise outside, I don't know what that is. I think it might be the trash truck. I'm not sure. But his face is pulled straight from Hero the Japanese Trains model, and he has a little license plate that says CTJ26, which is a reference to Crane Truck J, and of course 2026. Now, the crane arm does extend, but at the current moment I'm holding it down with blue tack. If I remove the blue tack, the hook is just kind of loose. Then I can extend this and it looks like that. But for transport reasons and when he's not in use, I've decided it would be beneficial to add some blue tack in there so that it has a way to hold itself like this. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be positioned like this when he's not being in use, or if it is like this. This looks more natural to me, but it might be that he's supposed to have his hook like up here. Then again, I feel like that would break like the loading gauge of like road, whatever the roadway equivalent of loading gauge is. So yeah, that's basically Crane Truck J. And I think that basically does it for all of my road vehicles. Let's get Winston just there. Okay. I think that's gonna do it for my road vehicles, basically. There is one model that technically is a custom, but let me just mention it. I do have Madge here. I bought her off of eBay a while back for like $10. Take along Madge. Really the only custom work I did to it though is I repainted some of the dodgy parts on the model because it was like scuffed and all that. But aside from that, she's not really a custom, but I'll include her here either way. So that's basically my road vehicles. I would like to make some more custom road vehicles. It's really going to depend if I can find models of the regular ones for easily. Customs aren't going to slow down anytime soon, though. I mean, they might, but like, I think through the rest of the year, we might have at least semi-consistent, quote-unquote, consistent customs. But I'm not sure. We'll see. It's going to come down to whether or not I have the time to film stuff. I've been in this house for 3 weeks now already, and I still really haven't had the time to film anything yet, so barely anything. So we'll see. We will see. I've rambled on long enough, though, so thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next Custom Spotlight.